So on to the aircraft mechanic, which is an outstanding subject since that's exactly what I am in the Air Force. And I work with a bunch of A&Ps, or people have gotten their A&Ps, and those that have gotten it and got out and got jobs with the airlines doing this job, so I have a lot of insight on that. Um, Things that were surprising that I found out back when I was looking into getting my A&P was that to be an airline mechanic doesn't always require that you have your A&P certification or have a degree whatsoever. The issue that you will run into is that they would like you to have some experience, at least 3 years, on an aircraft the size that you want to apply for. So if you're going for like a 777 or any major airline, they want you to have at least 3 years of experience of working on planes of that size. And if you get picked up not having your A&P certification, you'll have to work underneath an A&P to inspect the job that you've done. So you can go out and do like a brake change or a tire change and have to do the sensors, the safety wire, in process inspections. You're going to have your A&P there to sign off on that since you're not certified. A lot of these regional uh, companies, SkyWest in particular, they will help fund or reimburse you if you get your A&P after you're hired. Um, your pay will go up with A&P versus not having it. And what I'm finding through friends, family, and also some online, because there's so many different places that are hiring A&Ps, it could be as low as around $32,000 a year up to over $100,000 with overtime and experience. Example is one of my best friends is a DC-10 A&P mechanic for FedEx, and he's clearing over $100,000 a year with overtime. They're projecting about a 5% growth, which is over the next 10 years, which is right on track with the rest of the economy and other jobs. So there's going to be openings. Um, there are a lot of places that are hiring that require you to bring your own tools and purchase your own tools to work on the aircraft. And there are some specialized tools that you're going to need. Well, there's a lot of specialized tools depending on what shop you get assigned to, and that bill can rack up really high. And I've found two companies that will front you $4,000 to buy your own tools, but you end up paying it back. It's like a zero interest loan. Um, there's a lot of different things you can do being an aircraft mechanic. Say you're going to a major hub and it's a base for an airline. You can be assigned a phase dock inspection where you're pretty much assigned a technical order inspection sheet where it'll tell you you're going to have just the left wing or interior, cockpit, all the different sections of the aircraft. They can send you around and you're just doing time inspections. So you could just be removing panels, checking the tension on cables, checking accumulators, just whatever the technical order from the manufacturer comes up with for that time to do an inspection. So you can be assigned that where you just work in a hangar all the time doing the same exact thing week by week by week. You can be assigned a left wing on this type of aircraft, and your job is to inspect the left wing of this type of aircraft every week when it comes in for its time inspection. You can go to overhaul docks where they'll get sent in and get completely torn apart, getting put new avionics installed or new interior or whichever, or there's time compliance orders where the manufacturer will find out that something needed to be changed and it needs to be changed by this time because we figured out its failure point. You got line maintenance, which are the ones that you're going to see if you're going to hop on, your airline to go on vacation, and you get the captain on the radio saying that we're waiting. We found a maintenance issue, and maintenance is on the way. And you usually see a guy come up with a reflective vest and a radio and some gloves, trying to troubleshoot the issue, which is probably the more exciting one. We call that in the Air Force a red ball, where the aircraft's getting ready to go, and say they can't get an engine-driven hydraulic pump to turn off or turn on right when they start engine, so they got to shut down. You got to run out and try to fix it so they make their takeoff time. It's probably like working as a cop, that you will run into something different every single day, so it'll be pretty interesting. Again, finding you don't really need a degree to get hired. degrees are usually looked at for supervision. So if you get in with no degree and you end up getting your degree as A&P mechanic, you can work your way up to be shift supervisor all the way up to, the phase dock inspector. So obviously that correlates with the pay that you would get for going up. Being A&P, not all the time you're going to be overall airframe and power plant. You can come in and be assigned as a specialist. You can come in thinking that you're going to work every single problem on the aircraft, but if you get assigned a certain thing, like you're going to be hydraulics, the only thing you're going to work on is hydraulic components. If there's a flap, slat, brakes, anything that has to deal with the hydraulics, you're going to be the person that just deals with hydraulics. The same thing with avionics, rigging, the power plants. They usually have specialized shops. So you can have an overall A&P that has basic knowledge on all of those that can, try to troubleshoot it down to a problem. But if it gets too complex, you can be assigned being a specialist in that category. So I know I talked to a few people that have come to me asking about getting their A&P and wondering these things and didn't know that, so I thought I would share that. And thank you for watching the video.